Welcome to Out and About on the Recumbents. Let's go. Ride low. Ride recumbent.
A while, and basically now they call this part bike back. They call this part here the new Santa Fe Trail. And we're going to go under Woodman Avenue here, and then we're going to hit some dirt, and it'll be dirt all the way to the South Trail Gate of the Air Force Academy, United States Air Force Academy. And then we're going to be going to Ice Lake. Yeah, some of these spots are a little deep. So yeah, you're having a good day. Today is Monday, so whatever you're doing, try to get some joy out of it. Just decided this would be although we do have some clouds creeping up on us, hopefully it won't rain on us. It's not that far up to Ice Lake. You can go, this trail will take you all the way to the little town of Monument and Palmer Lake. I should say towns of Monument and Palmer Lake, way up north. And then if you have a much meaner off-road setup than we do, you can take this all the way to the Greenland open space just south of Castle Rock. And Castle Rock's about I think it's about 55 miles from Colorado Springs to Castle Rock. So yeah, it's a long trail. As you can always tell, they just don't repair these old bridges. You know, when you're on a 29-inch wheeled mountain bike, well, that's no big deal. Oh man, look at the ledge on this thing. Yeah, forgive my squeaky brakes. They're just being squeaky today. This is a tough spot here because it goes up into a hill and it's got a bunch of gravel. So I told Joe to just put it in 4 or 5 and just haul right up the hill. I guess this is the first one. This one isn't so bad. Got a pretty good view over there. Yeah, it's going to be a little choppy and bouncy. Because like I said, it is dirt. You get done with this, we'll have to wash the bikes again. Here's this little hill. It's a pain in the butt because Joe's got stuck here before. Because, you know, we don't have off-road tires, you know. We only have Big Apples on the front and the Marathon Pluses in the rear. Okay, well, that's one nice thing about e-assist. All right. Turn that back down to 1. Actually, I was in 3. Jeez. No wonder it climbed so good. But yeah. Howdy. Back behind us is the Woodman Avenue trailhead, so you can actually park right there, and then catch the trail from there. And it used to, at least it used to have a porta potty. We haven't been up that way in such a long time. This is where it's going to get a little fun, because you get ripping down here, you got to be careful, because I can only use one brake. Because yeah, my experiment for the downhill camera failed immensely badly. Okay, I kick this up. Well, I had an old GoPro 4, and I didn't realize that somebody gave it to me. I didn't realize that it had a crack in the bottom of it by the battery box. So being hard mounted to the trike, it just made that crack come open so much that the battery was not able to set properly. So I had to get rid of it, sadly. And I had this little I don't know, it's just a little cheapy 1080p action cam that my daughter Candy sent to me, and I've never had any real use for it, but I thought, well, I'll give it a try. And well, it doesn't have any type of a what do you call it? I can't think of it. Well, the EIS system, which electronic stability setup, and where the GoPro at least 5 and up have at least some adjustability to them, or a setting for. I got to kind of hold on and let this puppy fly a little, so I can make this next hill. Oh, it's ucky. It's not too bad though. Go to 4! You're gonna need it. Haul ass. Big hill coming up. Oh boy. As you can see, the trail gets pretty eroded because of the rains. Gotta love E-Assist, man. Howdy. This would be much harder to do without E-Assist. Let me tell you. Much harder. Okay, back to 1. As you can see, it is a pretty, it's a picturesque trail, but it's, like I said, it's got some mean spots on it. What happens is, there's a lot of the mountain bike riders and gravel riders and fat tire people. They they get this. Oh, I should have geared up one. Yeah, one's pulling okay though. That's good. But and this just being gravel, it's not limestoned or anything. It's just pure, gravel. Got a bit of a hill here and some soft places, so I'm gonna jump her up to 2. Now we're on the Santa Fe Regional Trail. Officially, I guess. It's funny, if you check the map there at Criterium, it says that Criterium is on the new Santa Fe Trail. But actually, I don't think it actually becomes official until that little sign back there. It's a pretty cool, probably can't see it very well because of the trees and everything else, but there's a pretty cool rock formation up there, if you can pick it out. So yeah, so I'm having to do my downhills, and this is a big downhill here, so this is going to be a little hairy scary. Because the problem of it is if you only got one brake and it starts sliding sideways on you, it could be a little hairy. But we'll just take it easy, kind of pump the brakes a little bit here and there. Forgive me if it gets squeaky, because it gets squeaky. Okay, now we got to fly. Okay, go. As you can see, the surface is kind of deep. Yeah, see how the trike slid? Yeah, but yeah. All right, new Santa Fe Trail. Well, Georgia's flying, man. She ain't kidding around. Okay, this is the downhill I was thinking about, because this one kind of goes off at a really bad camber. Not bad, not bad. Yeah. Yeah, I will have to say that I'm a little disappointed in these pedals, because they don't grip very well, you know. I mean, they really don't, you know. I've had my feet not really come off the pedals, but you know, come off a little bit, right, you know, on the pedal. So it's like they're not, I don't know, they're not gripping the my sandals, or I've got regular bike shoes on today. So I highly recommend that you put on a strap of some sort beside your pedals. I know a lot of people, you know, like Jayo Matt, he uses platforms and says, you know, he's never had a problem. And yet, you know, here I've only had mine for just a little while, and at times it's been a bit of pain in the butt. I guess some sandy stuff here. Yeah, this is a trail that my friend Toby, Pitmaster Toby of Trikes and Barbecue, Toby's Trikes and Barbecue, there we go, on YouTube. This is his realm. He does this trail up here a lot on his big old Tie Fly X. With them 26-inch wheels with GT Schwably GT 365 block knobby tires on them. That makes a lot of difference. But the biggest difference seems to be E-Assist. E-Assist lets you kind of power through without letting you get bogged down, you know, into the thicker gravel part. So that's what killed us when we did a ride up to oh yeah, we got a mud bog here. That was the only thing I was a little worried about, was trail condition, because we did have a bit of a bit of rain last night. Not much for us, but they always get more, you know, as you head north. The weather's always worse north than it is south in Colorado Springs, unless we happen to be in an Albuquerque low situation. Then, yeah, we might actually get more than they get up here. Bike back! But yeah, this will take you to the, it's really the very back side of the academy. You know, it's not like you're not on a main academy road, you're on a trail. Oh, look at that. They're pulling a glider. That's an Air Force Academy glider and pole plane. That's pretty cool. I bet those lighters, I bet those things are beautiful, boy, when they let those things go and they just dance on the thermals, you know, like a red-tailed hawk. So somebody's on their way to a career as a Air Force pilot. That's where they start you. If you want to be a pilot, they get you up there in the sailplane and let you feel the thermodynamics, feel the fall and the rise, and there's a creek right there. I don't know what creek this is. I don't have a clue. Yeah, I don't know what creek that is. But yeah. But we thought we'd take you along and do something a little, been trying to do a couple of different things, because most of the time, we've got our 5 or 6 trails that we pretty much are stuck to, because we can't afford a van or a car. If we had a car, we'd have to get one that was strong enough to be able to pull a 4x8 utility trailer, because I don't know, I know a lot of people put a lot of miles on those those specialty racks, but boy, every time I see them, man, they jump up and down terrible. I think I'd rather go with a utility trailer, lock them down real good. Okay, we're coming up on the south gate here. This is actually pretty tough, man, to get through, so you gotta on a trike, but it is wide enough, just barely. All right, so now we are officially on the United States Air Force Academy property. And like I said, we're not going that much further, a little bit, but not that much. A bit of mud here today, boy. Like I said, I was a little worried about mud. Trail damage ahead. Oh, that's not good. Let's hope it's not too bad. Oh man, yeah, a lot of dippy dupes here, boy. Dippy bumps. That's where it would be nice to have full suspension. We could actually have them put full suspension on these trikes, but it is very expensive. The kit, the parts themselves is $1,100. That would be a piece. So that'd be $2,200, and then I don't know what the labor would be. I don't have a clue. I'm sure they basically, like everybody else, they basically want about $100 an hour. So I figure these guys are pretty good, so it probably shouldn't take them more than a couple hours. But then all of a sudden, you're looking at between $2,500 and $2,500 and $3,000. Of course, you also have to look at it as too. Well, that's considerably cheaper than a new trike. Because you'd be, but it's at, if it got up to $3,500, then you'd have to start, or 32 to 35. Let's start, because you could buy a brand new TerraTrike charge. I think it's for I think it was like 32, but it's probably 34, 35 by now. You know, and that comes with a e-assist rear hub motor and stuff. We shouldn't have too much further to go here. Yeah, here we are. We are here at Ice Lake. But we can't get through. Let's see if Joe is going to do it here. Oh, man. Can you get through? No, there's a rock on the side. Okay, okay. All right, now let me come up and get out of your way. There's another thinner trail right down the road there. You have to take that. Go ahead. You go ahead and back up.
I just want to make sure you're right.
Yeah, gotcha. It's just down on the other side of that rock. Sorry, like I said, sorry about the squeaky brakes. I don't know what to do about the damn squeaky brakes. You know, they keep telling me that new shoes won't really help me that any, but I'm to the point now where I might just have new shoes put in it anyway. Okay, we're gonna have to do a little cross country here. All right, I'm gonna ride up to the trail here, right up to the lake here, at least try. Bump. Okay, we did it. Oh man, that brake squeaks like heck. Okay, so this is Ice Lake. And a little like the Austin Bluff and the T-Gap Trail, they have these bluffs up here. Joe didn't keep going. Now she's going to get herself stuck. Maybe. Put it in 3, dear. Okay. Well, you either had to roll down the hill or...
No, I'm up the top of the hill.
Oh, okay, okay.
Back up a little.
Oh, no, you're fine. I'm not going to go around it, so we'll have to back up to get out. But I am going to take a still photo. If I can get this brake to fit in. There we go. Ah, all right. Old man, what can I say? Huh? Oh, yeah. Nice. We can go ahead and we can eat lunch at it. We even got one on the other side. It's in the shade, but I don't know if we can get over there. We'll have to see. So, yeah, so this, like I said, this is Ice Lake, and it's on the Air Force property, and the trail continues down the road there. And but this is as far as we're going. Like I said, we don't do a lot of dirt, and we already ran into a bit of mud and that kind of stuff. So, but I thought while I'm here, I'd show you my new cockpit layout. See, I got the light lowered, and I got the blinking light right up front now. I'm very fortunate. That's the hard mount for the GoPro, but a fellow YouTuber and trike rider, and I won't mention his name, but he has a GoPro Mini that he doesn't use, so he's going to donate it to me, and so I'm going to turn that into my downhill cam. Unless it's nicer than my old 6 here, and then I might turn the 6 into the downhill cam. But both of those would have the new flag. Both of those would have the EIS stabilization program. So there are restrooms here, and there's a little shelter in case you get bombed by hail or something. But yeah, okay. Well, we're gonna eat lunch, so we'll get back to you. Bye.
Nice people.
Yeah, it was. Well, we're back. We had a nice little brown bag lunch at some new picnic tables they put up since the last time we were here. So that made it good. Like I said, that's our off-road adventure for today. We're heading back to Colorado Springs and good old concrete. So watch out for the mud spots. Not too bad today though. We've been on this trail before when it was actually much worse. Looks like they filled in sand with meaner rocks at that one spot. Got a bridge up here. I don't know where that goes. Pedestrian bridge of some sort, it looks like. Must be another trail. Oh, we got a big bump here. There we go. Okay. Still got that plane, the pro plane with the sailplane hooked to it above our heads. And we're back down to the south trailgate entrance. Now, this isn't the south entrance to the Air Force Academy, which goes off I-25. This is the south trailgate. Okay, I gotta see if I can get through here without scratching anything. All right. Yeah, like I said, it's a... You can put as many miles as you want to on this, you know, and if you go all the way to Monument and Palmer Lake, that's probably in the, you know, the 20-mile category or better. But it is all dirt, and some spots are, you know, deeper in the gravel and stuff than others. Got it? Very popular with runners, as you can see. But yeah, it's a real good test for the E-assist. You know, I always kind of wondered if, because a couple of years ago, I believe it's 2 years. I don't think it's 3 yet. We rode this trail to Monument to go glamping. You know, glamorous camping, and first time we'd ever done that. And I mean, it was all right, except for without E-assist to pull you out of some of these deeper sand and gravel. You know, there's a lot of times we got stuck and we had to just get off and push, you know, each other. But one advantage we had then, though, we don't have now, is that we had one of those Schwably GT365 block tires, block knobby tires on the back. The only bad thing is our trikes have the old style rear end, and about the widest tire you can put in there is a 1.75. So, and sadly the GT365 doesn't come in that size. So you either have to go to the really wide 2.15, which will not fit in our rear ends or swing arms, whatever you want to call them. It just won't fit. Passing on your left. Thank you. Mud spot again. Let's stay out of that. That's the kind of stuff that my friend Pitmaster Toby likes to run through, but yeah, we're not going to do that because, you know, we don't have a garage. You know, we keep our trikes at our apartment complex now underneath the inside stairs, and so we can't get them all, you know, like really muddy and nasty because, you know, it's carpeted, so it'd be hard to clean. But yeah, like I said, hope you're having a good day. It was actually kind of fun to get get back out and you know, go to Ice Lake. It's been quite a while. It's probably been a year since we tried it last time, but they've had it. We got bikes back here. You might want to let them come by. Okay. All right. Yeah, they'll definitely be faster than we are. So we try to let the gravel bikes and the mountain bikes and the fat tires get by us. So. Whee! Little brake slide there. But one thing, if you do this route, stay on the trail. Do not wander off the trail because it's an official government, you know, area, and the security police, or now as they're called, the security forces, will definitely throw you in the back of a Jeep and take you away. So, yeah, stay on the trail. Now, the bottom part here, this might actually be, you know, some private landowners and not the Air Force Academy. Okay, we got us a real steep uphill, and it's pretty gravelly in places. Let's see how the E-Assist does it. No sweat. Got a little bit of wheel slip, but not much. Pretty good. The one thing about the marathons is they have a tiny bit of tread. You know, they don't have a block tread or a knobby at all, but they do have a tiny bit of tread up top where the Big Apples really don't have any tread on top. I mean, it's pretty. It's more like a slick on top. But yeah, so you know, thanks for coming along. We really do appreciate it, and big shout out and thank you to all our subscribers, old and new. And if you're brand new, welcome. Please think about passing on your left. Thank you. Please think about well, subscribing. We'd love to have you. And also appreciate it if you'd like the video, or if you don't like it, basically, if you like it, give us a thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. If there's something you don't like, hit the thumbs down, and leave us a comment, please. You can leave a comment, right there on the YouTube page, and let us know, what we goofed up or what you didn't like, and we'll see if we can do something about it. Sometimes you can't, because sometimes it's limited to the camera and or the operator. So and I do apologize if there's a curse word here and there, but I spent 6 years in the military, and it's pretty much a second language. Okay, so we're going. Yeah, you can tell we've got street tires though, because even going downhill, if you get into the heavy sand and you start to use your brake a little bit, it wants to slide one way or the other. Howdy? Hello? We got a big old hill coming up here somewhere. Yeah, that's somebody's private home over there, so we're now, okay, alright, this is where we got to be a little careful here. I'm going to come out real wide. Oh, there's a nice view though right over there, creek and the trail and everything. Yeah, okay, you gotta get bent over here a little bit, let her slide, there we go. Big hill coming up. Try. Got it, thank you. Splurf. Yeah, definitely loose here. Definitely loose here, but still got traction. Still going. All right. Big +1 for e-assist. Man, that's a world of difference. We would have had that on our trip to up to Monument to do our glamping for the first time. That'd have been sweet. Morning. These runners are amazing, man. I couldn't do it. Well, it's funny. You must gain some altitude as you go up. It's not much, but you must gain at least 500 feet or something when you go up to Ice Lake, because it's much cooler up there. It's pretty warm down here, but at least it's not real bad. It's not going to get to the 90s today, so that's great. Okay, got to be a little careful right here, because we have a pretty mean little corner right here. Okay, ease off the brakes. Oh, and let her fly. Yeehaw! There we go. All right. That's another nice thing about drum brakes over discs, is that you can kind of just lightly feather them, Where disc wallers want to be a bit more grabby, but you can just kind of lightly feather your drum brake, and it will slow you down, but not make your wheels skid. There's the trailhead I was telling you about. That's the Woodman Road trailhead, and like I said, it does have a porta potty, so you can park there. Okay, we got some big whoopies who whoopee. All right, Almost back to civilization again. We're going under Woodman Avenue. Okay. Alright. The Woodman Road, rather. That was a big concrete here, so gotta slow down. Especially with the new pedal setup. And then it fools you. You think, oh, I'm back on the concrete. Well, not for very long. It's only right here where they built up the road and the bridges. And then it turns back to gravel. Definitely gravel, and more gravel than dirt. Especially in some places. There's a couple places when you get up towards Monument. One of them is like just past the Baptist Road trailhead. Boy, that is a mess. Cause it's really deep, you know. It's about 2 inches of deep gravel, you know. And that's what killed us. I mean, we couldn't even get the trice to move. We literally had to get off and push. We just didn't have any choice. So by the time we got, you know, to our glamping place, which, you know, is of course, you know, out of town, off on some little road, we were pretty well worn out. Yeah, here's a bad spot. This has got some pretty deep gravel on it, especially right up here. Well, no problem for the E-assist on level 2, so out of 5. So that's good. That's very good. That's really nice to know. But like I was saying, we can put the knobby, the block knobby tire back on, but we have to go with the 1.5 width, WIDTH width. And I'll tell you what, man, that's not much of a tire. 1.5 is just really a thin tire. You know, 1.50. Got some really bad tree root and cracks on this part of the old asphalt. What time is it? It's only 12:37. We're gonna go straight back down the trail, Joe. Yeah. Catch Joe here. Yes. Yes. This way we got. Howdy. Thank you. Okay, now we are back on the concrete part of the Pikes Peak Greenway, going through Colorado Springs itself. There's Robin Hood up there and Humpty Dumpty. That's a putt-putt golf course. If one of our great-granddaughters ever gets to visit us here, I'm definitely going to take her there. Or great-grandsons, either. Yeah. Alright, so now we're back in familiar territory. And but yeah, again, thanks for coming along. I felt a drop or two, but hopefully that's all I'll feel. Not real solid for clouds yet, but there's always a possibility. Mike back! Yeah, you can tell it's been hot. We got the clicky bugs. I don't know how you pronounce their name. Cicadas or whatever they are. They only seem to come around when it's going to be pretty hot, at least mid 80s. I spent a year in Wichita, Kansas, in between 8th and 9th grade, and yeah, we had them bugs all summer long. Riggy, 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 riggy. I'm going to stop here in the shade for just a second. I'm going to check and see what... oh, the darn brakes. See what I got left here. 20 some odd minutes. Ah! A cat trike. I think that was it, yeah. Yeah, it's got the space frame. It's the big wheeled one, so it must be the... I think it's the Explorer model, which they don't make the Explorer model anymore because they went to the full suspension Dumont. Good trikes. One big plus, they are made in America. They're made in Florida. They make the frames, and the only things that come from Japan and Taiwan are like every other bicycle. Like the chains and the chain wheels and the drive trains and the derailleurs or hubs or whatever you use. Yeah, like I said, I think I'm just going to go ahead and have them put new brake shoes in, and at least I'll know that, if they still squeak, at least I know they're good. Because my trike is 14 years old, so I have no idea. Although I have them checked a lot, and they keep telling me that, the pads are fine, but it still just squeaks like crazy. And they can get it to stop for a little while, but then eventually it always comes back. And a good spot here where it really opens up nicely, except for that one little tree's getting in the way. That little tree didn't used to be there, so. Yeah, putting my feet asleep. But they're finally repairing this retaining wall here because it was bad. It was busted all out in places, and it looked like it was just going to fall over. So it's good to see that they've decided to have it rebuilt. Right.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, it's considerably hotter up here. Passing on your left, thank you. So I'm down to about 20% battery, and about the same for the card. So just want to say, you know, until we see you next time, whether it be by video or you know, if you happen to be heading through Colorado Springs, stop by. And nothing else, we could take you for a nice walk over to lunch or something. But so from BJ, that's me, and Joe, that's her, way down the road there. We will just say, happy trails. Bye. Howdy. Howdy. Straight. Yeah, beautiful. Ooh. Passing on your left.